What this video needs is more Aetherband. Aetherband is a term I smithed to account for the manifold miraging effects observed over distance, whether terrestrial or aquatic. Aether simply refers to the air and all its constituent elements which compose its nature. Band refers to that area of 3D space which contains the observation being made. This band can be as broad as the entire field of view or a smaller, isolated section. The Aetherband is the cause of every minute and alternating effect under the broad category of mirage. That is, Fata Morgana, inferior mirage, or superior mirage, or any other optical or atmospheric distortion or refraction or whatever the hell happens out there.
Hello, what ho! Welcome back to another exciting adventure of The Plain Truth. I'm your host, Travis Finley. I want to try to do some more Aetherband tutorial kinds of things, even though I'm going to just keep saying the same thing over and over again, because there are different videos where I say different things, and you just have to make a composite. You have to just correlate everything. So what we're looking at right here is the Concord Point Lighthouse at 5.8 miles away, and it's in the early morning, right before the sunrise. Excuse me. And what you're seeing right here is an inferior mirage of everything that's in the field of view that is above the water line and below the vanishing line, which is going to be right in between those mirrored lights, so that if you cut that light line in half, or if you cut that line across the image, that's where the vanishing line is going to be. But it's not, the vanishing line is not going to be equated with the ground level. Even though the ground level is there, it's not at that same physical location. So when I came into photography with the Flat Earth and the P900 and my locations that I go to, I did not know what I was going to see. I did not have any expectations, because I had never photographed anything. All I had ever seen was what people had put up on YouTube. So one of the things that I had in my mind was the ships disappearing from the bottom up, or if a ship is too far away to see, the typical spiel is that the P900 can bring the ship back from over the curve, but that's not the issue, right? That is perspective. The ship is too small for you to see. That's perspective. That's not the curve. But that's not even the issue with the curvature, because boats cannot be seen at that distance with the naked eye. So you cannot see with any definition a point at which you're going to say the ship is now going over the curve. The human eye without aid cannot see that far with clarity. There's no way anyone with their naked eye can say, I am watching the ship go over the curve right now, okay? What you see with your naked eye is what a telescope is going to see, only closer. And what a telescope is going to see is what your naked eye could see if you could zoom in. So one of the things that you're going to notice about this image right here is it's distorted. It's not a clear image because of the refractive index that is the medium through which we are looking. So there is no device that is going to undo that. You can't undo refractive distortion. It can't be done. It's the image that is seen through the medium. The only way you can change the image that you're looking at is to change your location, either your proximity, your distance, or your height. Okay? That's it. That's the only thing that's going to change that image. So if you are on the shoreline, if you're looking at this image here, and it's distorted right now, it's not clear. You're like, well, I think I want to get a clearer image. You're going to have to get closer. Get in the boat, get closer. Or you're going to have to get higher. That's it. But you're not going to change. Okay, so you have to understand that. Please understand that. Does that make sense? Please go back and listen to that again, okay? The image that you see through the medium is what the medium wants you to see. It's what the Aetherband wants you to see. And it's going to be different and it's going to change. And we're going to see that in this footage here. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before about not having any preconceived ideas. I didn't know what I was going to see. So I would have to look at what I'm seeing and think, okay, now how does... Okay, it was like a scientist for the first time looking at something and trying to analyze his observation. So we're looking at this lighthouse right now, and there's no ground, right? We can't see the ground upon which this lighthouse is standing. So if I were to look at this lighthouse, what would I think? Would I think that the lighthouse, from the very top where I can see the candle, where I can see the light, and then I can see the body of the lighthouse, and then I can see something that looks like a window in the middle of the body, but it keeps going down, and there's like this hourglass, the thing that we're looking at right here, there's this hourglass light reflection that's on the lighthouse, and I might just think to myself, oh, maybe because it's dark outside and there's a walking path there, maybe that's a spotlight, lighting up the lighthouse, whatever, okay? But if we go all the way down as far as we can till we can't see what we think is the lighthouse anymore, we hit water. So what does that mean? Does that mean the physical lighthouse goes all the way down to the water? Right? You're going to have more information in order to make that kind of assessment. And just to cut to the chase, what we're going to see in this footage that is shot over the same morning is that we're going to see the Aetherband change and the inferior mirage change, and the refractive index is going to lessen, is going to get weaker, and we're going to see behind the curtain. We're going to see what's behind the mirage here. So one of the first things that I started to say was mirages can hide what's behind them. So if there's something that's there, so if there was land here, you can't see the land. So everything here is apparent. Everything here is not real. because we can't see the land, we can't see where the water, we don't see the water go all the way up to the shoreline, okay? And the house that's in the distance behind the lighthouse, that's the lightkeeper's house, that house in the distance is about 200 yards farther back, and there's a higher folding line, or a higher vanishing line, back there, because there's a sidewalk, right? So we've got an elevated landscape there. But in this day where we shot, we also had Derek go down to the shoreline, and we've got line of sight to the shoreline. So there is no curvature here. Okay, we are looking over a flat extended plain. And by flat, I have said, and I'll continue to say, by flat I mean that in regards to bodies of water, the shorelines are horizontal. They are on the same plane. One shoreline cannot be higher than another. If I have my toes in the water on my side and Derek had his toes in the water, our toes would be at the same elevation. They would be horizontal to each other on a flat tangent, straight tangent, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. If you're catching it and I'm in the right spot, I don't see why I shouldn't see it, but I'm not seeing anything right now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I just saw. Yep. I got it. I saw you get up. I saw a black smudge, and then I've got the light. You're right at the very. For me, you're right at the very right side of the lighthouse for you. I mean, like right on the edge of it. So yeah, I got that flash. Nothing right now, but I had it before. Yeah, I got that. I got that. I can see it. I can see it. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything right now. I just saw that. I just saw that. And I saw you too. I saw a black smudge. Yeah, I've got those flashes. Alright, so we have that right now, so if you want to, we can check back in a little bit. Alright? Okay. Bye.